Can you see the screen? Hello? Can you see the
Yes, I
screen?
can see the screen. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I can see the screen.
fine.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing. So,
Okay.
basically, we have started with the for loops. Okay,
Yes.
just quickly revise what we did, and based on that for loop, we have to do one small programs. Okay, I will ask you how to do, and then you have to tell me like what should I follow. So basically, the
Okay.
for loop is the use of for loop is for repetition purpose. Okay, whenever you want to repeat particular thing to a something particular condition or certain range, at that time you have to use a for loop. Okay, and the for loop have a three different sections. We have started using for loop only with the numeric value as of now. Okay, we're not working with string and list that we are going to work, but is now only for the numeric value. And whenever there is a number in a for loop, at that time we have to use one function that is nothing but a range function, RANG. Okay, range function having a three parameters. First thing, but only a single value. Suppose it is a 10, then the loop is a default start, basically range having a three parameter. Okay, just remember. One is a start condition, second is a end conditions, and the last one is a increment or decrement. Okay, so default it is start with the 0. Okay, and default it increment or decrement with 1. Okay, so this is what the situation when there is a range is 10. So if you print the output, it will start with the 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So up to 9 it will going to print, because default is started with 0, and up to 10, the 10 digit will become up to 9. Okay, so this is the situation. And the second thing, if you add a start position, suppose you are adding start position as a 1, then it will start with 1 and go up to 10. Okay, no, only 10 digit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Correct. No, it will up to 9 only, because it will not count the initial things. If you add a 5 at the start, then it will go for the 5 to 9. If you add use 8 start, then 8 and 9 only. Okay, accordingly starts. And the second things, if you add something range of, if you want to start with 2, go up to 20 and increment by 2, then it will print 2, 4, 6, increment by 2. It's been 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and up to dash 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 dash. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, now based on this, just tell me, for example, you have taken, see, three of condition you have printed, and accordingly we are get the output also. So we have did one program that is nothing but even and odd. Okay, but for printing or getting output for even and odd, we are using if else conditions. Now tell me, I don't want to use an if else conditions. Without using if else, find the all and all even and odd numbers, or just find the even number between 1 to 20s without using if else condition. Understand the program. It is very important, because anything we must know. Without using if else, okay, print all even or odd number. Just first of all, print all even number between what 1 to 20. So how you can imagine, like, what should I use so that it print all the even number between 1 to 20? Can you apply any logic or any ideas or implementation using for loop? How you can achieve this thing? Anything? Can you able to recognize or understand what exactly they needed program and how you can do?
So from 1 to 20, so the range will be 20 and it will start from 0
Hmm?
and it will be increased by 1. No, not by 1.
Not by one, no,
It will
because it
be increased by 2.
increased by two. That's all. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Okay. So very first thing what we have to do, up to what number we wanted, that number we have to pick. Okay. For any variable, you can use R in range, range. Just go here. If you want up to 20 numbers, so you go for the 21 because one number is less always. So this, don't forget to give the colon, print that. So the first target is up to 20. Okay, no problem. So first of all, print all 20 numbers. Fine, it is printing. Now we know the default is start with 0 and increment it by 1. So we have to just start make with the 0. No problem. Our default it is started already 0. We have to increment by 2. Okay. Means it 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What happened? Oh, it is work like, start with 21 and then go up to 20. Okay. So just add default 0 here. Okay. What happened if when adding to only two parameter, it is considered as 21 as a start position and end position is 2. So that's why getting a blank output. But start with 0. Okay. See, it is printing all even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 20. This. Okay. There are so many program print all even number between 1 to 100.
Yeah.
So this is only possible in for loop in only two line we are getting the outputs. Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what if I want to print odd number? Then what should need I? Where need I change? What changes I need to do?
So do we have to start from 0 or do we have to start from 1?
Anything? Na? You just tell me the logic. I want all the
So
odd
if
number
we
between.
have to do it start from 1, then just we'll cancel the 0 and put 1 instead of that, and
Then
we'll give the same, and then it will give the odd outputs.
okay, let's check. Fine. It's one three five
Yeah.
seven nine 1139. Okay. That's all. So without using for loop, also we can print even and odd numbers. So it's okay. Now this is the range thing. So any range combination you can use here, not a problems. Okay, fine. So this is what a for loop doesn't matter. Okay. Whenever there is a loop, whenever there is a iteration, so two keywords very commonly comes, and that's keywords are nothing but one is a break and second is a continue. Okay. The name itself suggests what kind of word it is. Break means until for certain range, if you want to print and after that you don't want to print, means you want to break the loops. Okay. For breaking loop, you can use a break keywords. Okay, I will take one different example so it will be a clear. Save as bre. Don't use the reserve keyword as it is. Just make something like, okay. If suppose we are printing 1 to 100 numbers or something for in range, and just I'm printing 20 numbers. Okay.
Yes.
So within this number, if I want to check if the number there is a found 15, okay, or 12 number, so I want to break the statements or break these loops. Okay. So up to 20, it is a range, but I want to print only up to 12. It may happen that some situation like we have taken the longer range, but we only needed a 12. In future, may it need a 13 or 14 or 15. That we are defining range as a 20. But as of now, I only need 12. So after 12, I want to break the loop. So at that time, so we have to use one if condition. If we are now mixing the if and for loop together. Okay. If I become a 20 or 15 or 12, any number that you want to send, okay, whenever there is a I equal to 12, then just break that loop. Okay, and
Yes.
or else keep printing on I value. So let's check. It started printing with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 11, and as soon as it's found a 12, it stopped. Okay, and it
Yes.
is even 12 is also not printed because we are after break statement we are printing I. So this 12 is come here and it's going to break and it exit the loop. Okay, and before the break statement, if you print I, so it will print 12 also, and after that it's going to stop. Indentation issue, yeah, because there is a space we have find it now. Okay, see, 12 is also get printed, and after the 12 we have stopped. Okay, so it is a break statements. It terminate the loops and go out of this thing. Okay. Even I can use the else statements also here. Not a problem. else and just add a print statement. Print loop terminated. Loop terminated. Whatever. So it will print. What happened? Is there any space? Extra space is there? Yeah. So if you observe this is the small space. No problem. Oh, it is every time it is printed. Because it is not a 12, then loop is terminated. Fine. So now it is a compulsory printed loop is terminated. What if I only want to print only once time? I don't want to print every time. Then what should I do? It is checking it is a 12, then it is break. If it is not 12, then go for the else. Print number,
Yeah.
check 12, else condition, check number, print number, check 12, else conditions. Every time it is printed. So I don't want to print every time. So simply what I'm gonna do, I will just exit that if condition, come out of the upload. Now this entire thing is happened first. After finishing this, all the things we are going out of this for loop and this condition will get printed. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the things. Now the same program we have to do, but that is for continue keywords. Just uncopy continue continue dot py. So instead of break keyword, see, I have given the semicolon, but it is not compulsory. Just remember, continue. Okay. So when use a continue and when to use a break. When if you want to terminate the loop, use a break statements, or if you want to just find that values or some data, oh, whether there is a 12 in this loop, EPS, okay, just print here 12 found, PRINT, just for cross checking purpose whether this particular thing is there or not. Okay, if I equal to 12, just print here message, number found, FOUND, number found. Okay, you may add the index also, number found at index. Which index it is? I. No, I is a value, no, I is a range. Okay, just as of now we're not going to print index. How to generate index, that I'm going to tell you, but just we are using the continue keywords. So it will search for the 12 and it is found, and number found message will be printed. Then it will continue for the further session also, means up to 20 it going to print. See, it's starting looping at the 12, the number is found at index, it is telling, and after that it is continuing, not breaking its loops. Okay, so there are two things. One thing, after finding particular things you can terminate, or you may want to continue, then use the continue keywords. Okay, so both are different situation, but only the keyword change is there. Understood? Break and continue.
Yes.
Okay. So now I want to do one small programs. So these are all related to numbers, right? You can find the even number, you can find the odd numbers. So now tell me, like, no, it doesn't happen. We have to use the if else condition, that is using for loop you have done. Fine. So these are all related to the range function. Okay. You can either simply print, you can start a condition, end condition, you can add if else statement within a for loops, and accordingly you can add this. Okay. So now here, if you want to check, obviously it is a index 12, index 11 will be there because it is find at index 11. It start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 condition. Okay. So that we can do check. Fine. So these are all other thing related to the range functions, and we are work with only a numeric values. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want to work with now string. Okay. So how to work with a string and what is a string? Can we apply the for loop in strings, that we're gonna check? First of all, tell me what is a string. How you define the string?
String is a sequence. It's a mixture. It's a letters and everything.
Yeah. So means sequence of characters comes together is nothing but what? A string. Okay. Uh, so I'm just using a string with the for loop, and a string has so many functions that we'll see. But as of now, we're just focusing on a simple string and how to access the every character of that particular string. Okay. So defining a string in other programming, there is a string class or string data type they have used. But as we know, the Python is a dynamic data type, so you can use any variable and try to store the value. For storing string, either you can use a single quote, it is okay, no problems, or else you can use the double quote, that is also fine, no problem, or else you can use a triple quote also, that is also fine. Okay, three way to define a string in Python. First is a single quote, double quote, and triple quote. It doesn't matter, whenever more than one character is there, so that is considered as a string functions. Okay. So this is a string. Now our job is to find, to iterate or access all the string characters step one by one. Means I want to separate T, E, I want to visit every single individual character. T, E, S, T. Okay. And it maybe happen sometime there is a word is given, and within that word you have to find the how many time T occurs, or what is the occurrence of T, occurrence of number, or anything they can ask. Okay. So based on that, we have to give the count of particular things. If I ask how many time T occurs in this S3 string, so what logic or how that program we can do, that we're gonna check now. Okay. So first of all, very simple things we are going to do. We are just checking one simple string and try to iterate that string. Save this program uh, for str.py. Okay. Suppose I was using s is equal to in double quote or single quote, any can use. Okay. I'm adding my name, Suresh Sonkam, or just anything you can take. Suppose A double P L E, Apple. Okay, fine. So now I want to access every single individual character. So as of now, we are using a for loop. The same for loop we have to use for our int. When to use a range? Range should use only when there is a numeric value. Okay, I'm repeating so many times because a lot of students or a developer get confused when to use a range or when to or not. Okay, why we are using a range? Because previously we don't have values. We need to generate the value based on range. That's why we are using a range function. Now we want to apply that loop in S, because S is already have some values. Okay. So this is S. So for R in S, now you can just print S. So it will access, it will visit every single characters. First of all, it will print A, then P, then L, L, E. Ah, okay, so our first job is done here. So A, P, P, A, P, L, E. A double P, L, E, na? Whatever spelling it is, but it will print every single character. Okay, so this is the how we can add the iterate in a string. So you can take any string here. Suppose I'm generally taking A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. Now I want to check how many time B is occur in the given string. Okay. So how should we can check whether B is occur or
So
not?
we can just state that I is equal to B, and
Correct.
then
So
we get
first
to
of
put
all, we'll
quotes.
go there. We can add the if condition. If I equal to what?
B.
B. Okay. And I want to count. I don't want to find whether it is there is or not. I want exact
Then
count
we
of
can
that count.
state count. Then we can
So,
put count.
so we have to declare one variable, anything, number, count, all these things. So I will use a count keyword, CNT. It is initially a 0. Whenever there is a match found, at that time I want to increase the count. So CNT is equal to CNT plus 1.
But isn't there a thing for count? Like we just have to put count and then it counts. We don't have to assign it like this.
Sorry, just can you repeat?
So in my class, we
Uh-huh.
had this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we did not put this kind of thing. She told us a word by which, like putting that count dot or something, it automatically counted how much words are there.
So based on user input. I'm still not getting. Means any some so you have a key any string is there, and user will decide which word should be found.
Okay.
So that you are telling, or I'm not able to understand what you are trying to say.
सो मैं ऐसा बोल रही हूँ कि
Huh?
हमारे क्लास में हमें एक वर्ड दिया था जिसके कारण वो लाइक ऐसा करने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी फॉर इफ
Mm-hmm.
द थिंग वाज़ कि उसने कुछ बताया था वो डालने से डायरेक्ट वो काउंट होके आया आई कैन चेक इट इफ यू वांट
Okay. So एक word based on word वो directly count कर रहा था.
हाँ वो ऐसा कुछ फंक्शन या फिर कुछ कीवर्ड रहेगा जिससे काउंट ऐसे डाला तो देन पूरा काउंट हो रहा था
Okay. Basically they may have used some built-in functions or something. Okay.
या
That we
ओके
can check. But now we are understanding process what exactly happened in the background.
ओके
Okay. So basically there is a for loop and we are applying that for loop within these strings. Okay. And then particular keyword we are matching. Whenever the match found, we are just incrementing the count by one. Okay. Now, if I run this program, so I can able to, oh, why is printing S only? Ah, you have to use here count. See, the B occurs how many times? It's a
5
five
टाइम्स
times. Okay. So now you may want to accept the input from user also. So user will decide which word you want to find. So for that we need one choice. Ch is equal to input, enter character to be searched, enter character to be searched, Search. Okay. So that particular character user going to enter, and now we have to compare that character you based on user definition. Ch. Okay. So now if you run this program, so which character you want to be searched? So I want to search A. How many times A occurs in that given string? Okay. So it is occurs 4 times. So you can add a proper
यस
message also that I means character, then double quote FOUND. I found this number of times. It will print the proper message that particular word found this count number of times. Okay. Suppose B. So not I, it is basically CH. So enter keyword, just closed window. Okay, fine. Mm. Yeah, no problem. Suppose I have an A. So A found 4 of times. It will print a proper for you. Okay. And this is only possible in a Python, because in other programming you can use only one comma at a times. Okay. Or you have to use a lot of formation, but Python will provide any number of string you can add just by putting a comma, 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 comma. Okay. So this is the things, because the for loop we have to apply in many times. Okay. So that's why we have to use for loop. Even we can apply the loop for the list, tuples, dictionary, and even strings. So the most time we have to use with the list and strings values. Okay. So we should know how to apply the for loop for a given strings and given words and anything. Okay. So this is just a beginning of for loop with the strings. String having so many built-in functions, and based on that built-in function we have to build so many programs also. Okay, just I'm started what exactly the strings, and 2 3 function I'm going to tell you, just remember, and then rest of things will do tomorrow. And also we are going to do a very, very important program, that is the password validations. User will enter the
Okay.
password and we have to validate whether it is contain length should be greater than 8. Okay, and it should must contain the uppercase letter, lowercase letters, all the combination we can do. Okay, just I will tell you 2 3 function of strings. And suppose we are having one keyword, that is, suppose I'm doing college, COLLAGE, college road, Nashik. Okay, so this is the things. Suppose I'm want to print the length of this string. So for printing the length, there is a function len of s. Okay, so it will print the length. But for only one twist in the loop, indexing purpose, just remember, whenever we are finding a length. So I will take one simple example. So don't just confuse. I'm using only anasic. INNASHIK. Okay. What is the length of this string? How many
6.
characters are there?
6.
One, two, three, four, five, and six. Okay. While calculating a length, only while calculating the length, the count will start with 1. Okay. And for rest of all other string functions, the index is start with 0. Okay. This difference we have to remember. Got it? Okay.
Yes.
So now there are different situation there. What if I want to print only first digit of this given first character of the string? Okay. At that time you have to use s of 0. This function is called a slicing. Slice. Okay. So this is
Okay.
for length, length. This is for first character or first value. Imagine it. What if I want to print the last value?
S bracket 5. I
No,
mean, instead of
because
0,
as we
it
know
should
that
be
is the
5.
last length is 6. But is there anything, it be maybe any given string or any kind of length? So just put the -1. Okay.
Okay.
So it automatically it going to go for the last value. Okay. K is the last value. Okay. What if I only want a number, 3 character from the given string? Only first 3 characters.
So, uh, in the array bracket 1, 0, comma 1, comma 2, or
Okay.
minus
So
3.
no problems. Okay. But basically now in slicing function, there are, we have to use a colon. Okay. Pattern of slicing we have to use for that colon. Okay. How to use that colon, just remember. So from printing first value 0, printing last value -1, if you want to print, and it is also the default start with 0, the same thing. We have to use a colon. So start with 0 and go up to 3. See, start with 0 and only print 3 digits. So 1, 2, 3. Then got it?
Sorry,
Hello.
yes. Yes, yes.
So this is the colon things we have to use for slicing purpose. So start with 0, go up to 3. Now I want to print all the number after 3.
So 3 colon 6.
Yeah, just give the 3 and colon. Rest of things up to what you are to print, that automatically print all the things.
Okay.
Begin with 3. Sorry. Begin with the 0 up to 3. So now go the reverse. Just add a 3. Then start with the 3 and go up to end. Okay. Start with 3 and go up to the end characters, whatever it is. See, start after 3, HIK is there. Okay.
Yes.
So one more time, I just only want to print S and H. So tell me, like,
So,
what should I do? I want to print only S and H.
uh, 1:3.
1:3. Okay, let me check.
Yes.
No, it is printing AS.
1:4 then.
And only want to print S and H. No, I don't want A. So just start with 2.
2.
It will print, I think, only one character. S. So I want H also. It's a 2, comma 4. SH.
Yeah.
Okay. So so many slices can be used. Okay. Now I will
Yeah.
give you a small task and just complete
Uh,
tomorrow's.
I have one question.
Yeah.
What if we have to print the second last thing? So we have to do the -2. So if we have to print I, then we have to do -2. Or what?
Uh not -2. Okay, we want to print I as a value. No? So
Yeah.
let's check the, can we use the -2? That may be possible to use -2. Sorry, S of, or always use a syntax, proper syntax. S of square bracket and S. Yeah. So that is also possible. -2, -3.
Okay.
If you want to print S, so just verify 3. So now it will print H. Okay. Yeah, that is also good.
Oh,
Okay. Then you can use that problem.
okay.
Fine. So just do a small task. Yeah, I have a wine shop software, so many time I need to use some combination of these things. So basically, at the end, I want to give the count to the wine shop owner to how many ml today sell and how many mls are pending. Okay, but every bottle is in size of 180, like 180 ml. Some are the 90 ml. Okay, some are the thousands ml. Okay, then every time, what should I need to do? Want to separate this ml, and then I want to count this all number together. Okay, so your task is to be, you may take a 3 inputs, or you can store these inputs 180 ml, 90 ml, and 1000 ml. At the end, I want the count of sum of all this number. Okay, getting task what I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you know the string function. You should separate the ml and just count this all numbers together. Okay, just try yourself. If not done, then we'll do tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Okay.
And